Welcome back to Hermiting with Holly and Susan. And Holly is still on a roll, and she's got another question or topic for us.
And I said I was on a theme, so we had comfort foods, comfort Christmas movies. How about comfort books? That one book you've read like a million times, and you just pick up and go back to it, and you mull. And because I just am springing this on Susan, I'm going to twist my own question slightly.
Of course she is.
my comfort book would have to be Lord of the Rings. I can't tell you how many times I've read it. I read it for the first time. I read The Hobbit when I was still in grade school, and I've read them all umpteen times. I like the Jackson movies. I thought they were brilliantly done. Not The Hobbit so much, but the Lord of the Ring one. But my other super comfort read indulgence is, and I think I mentioned it before, I went ahead and bought myself the Virginia Heinlein collection. His wife's name was Virginia. He's passed away, and it's every book he ever wrote. They're leather bound. They're the non-acids, thick, creamy pages to them. They all have the built-in ribbon bookmark.
Oh, yes. I have a few books like that over there.
So I've got the whole collection, and I bought it a couple of years ago, and they are I've read all his books many times, but every now and then I'm like, oh, it's that night. And I pick out one of my favorites, and I all read the Dell paperback version.
Yeah.
I am pulling out the same book, but and she went back to his original versions. So frequently they're pre-edits, and some of the edits that went into them so they're slightly different read, but you open it up and the binding goes, and there's that smell, and some of them are still actually in the plastic wrap. So when you open them, they've never been exposed to the air, and you just go, so that's my comfort. I feel that during a pandemic, comfort anything is good. So that's mine. Comfort read. How about you?
The Little House on the Prairie series.
I love that series so much.
And I think it's, interestingly enough, it works with what we write now. It's the family, the relationships, the small town kind of a thing and everything. So, and it's funny because I had gotten rid of mine a long time ago, and a couple years ago, my mom bought me the box set for Christmas. Oh. So they're downstairs in my living room on the bookshelf in my living room.
When I never owned them, I read them from the bookmobile. So that's where I had originally read them. When I was in my car accident and was in the hospital for weeks, my leg was in traction, it was a whole thing. Friends brought me them for myself, so they were all like the same box kind of collection. At this point they've yellowed, so that was a ways back. They also brought me C.S. Lewis's Narnia books.
Nice. And I think I have a set of those too.
I still have both of those, which I love and adore. And speaking of comfort books, that whole time I was in the hospital, there's not much you can do in traction. You're just there.
Right. You're stuck.
And I had a nurse, and I just want her to know, I still remember her all these years. Her name was Sam, and found out that I was a reader, and I pretty much had exhausted all my reading material. Every shift she came into work, she would bring me one of her books. Now, she read Stephen King, she read scary, but she did not read the things that I tended to read.
Right.
But it was so sweet, and I was actually so desperate. Like, there's really only so much you can do. And so I read them all. And the good thing about reading scarier books in a hospital is you are never alone. It's never quiet. And you never have to worry about something coming out of the closet to get you. So
I read a lot of Robin Cook books, though. So those are those are probably not good hospital material.
No, Coma. I remember that one. I know that.
Exactly. Yeah. All those medical thrillers.
Okay, so we went from sweet, lovely books
to comforting to scary things. Yeah.
All right. Well, how about all of you during this time when comfort means everything? Why don't you share your favorite comfort reads, and maybe we'll find something new we haven't read before.
That would be neat. All right. We will see you next time.